All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had to hop on real quick, and I just had a crazy match, and I want to share it with you. This, I don't know what to call this, um, but I was going against Joey Wheeler, and I made one or two misplays that had I made the right play sooner, the game would have been over 2 rounds earlier, I think. But we ended up getting them in the end. ODION's, I can't remember what the skill is, but every time he flips over or every time he plays a trap card, it hits you with 200 damage. So, with him playing last gamble, he's down to 100 LP. It's just a matter of time for me to be able to play one of my trap cards. And so had I been thinking about it earlier, you know, I would have played it. I would have played it earlier. All right, let's see. So I go in with Horus. He has Crystal Seer. So at this point, I realize that he's playing Last Gamble. And I'm trying to think of some different techniques that I could do. You know, I'm thinking, okay, I shouldn't have played so many trap cards right off. Then I was like, I need to have more than one monster on the field. So at this point, I'm trying to get rid of my trap cards when if I had held on to that, the game would have been over 2 rounds earlier. Spoiler alert, we win. If we have time, we'll go back and look at the ODION. So he sets another card. It's a Crystal Seer. So at this point, he's just trying to get his cards. He's trying to get all of his cards in place so that he can make that last play at the end. All right. So he had a storm on the top and a storm on the bottom. He sets another card. So at this point, I'm like, I just need to do some damage to him. And I get a Mirage Dragon. Okay. At this point, I'm just trying to get in as quick as I possibly can and do some damage. I want to kill him as quick as possible. He gets an Econ. I'm not really worried about the Econ. Not really worried about the Frost and Flame. So we go in, hit him with 3,000 in the face. So what does he do? He plays Last Gamble. So at this point, I'm like, if he brings a monster out, it's over. So I'm like, man, bring a monster out in attack position. He gets 3 cards. Here we go. We're going in. And he sets a card. So at this point, you know, I just, wait, you watch it out. So I bring out my Silent Magician level 8. He plays his Windstorm. So at this point, my Silent Magician level 8 is in jeopardy. I'm not really worried about my Mirage Dragon, even though it will be nice to keep him. Okay, so he tries to econ. Nothing that he can econ can help him, but he thinks that he can take out my Mirage, my Silent Magician with my Mirage Dragon. But you know what I do? I negate it. So then he brings out a monster in attack position. And at this point, the game is over. I could have let him attack. I really could have, but I didn't want to waste the time. I didn't want to give him a chance. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Joey had to take that L. He had to take it. He had to take the L. The one with the Paradox Brothers was cool. Oh, I recorded over the one with ODION versus ODION. Oh man, that was epic. Let's look at this one. I think she was playing Angels, and I can't remember whether I won or lost on this one. We'll see. We'll find out together. This one was earlier today. I think it was today or yeah. Had to have been today. Because I lost the ODION versus ODION match, and that one was epic. No! I got that on the stream. But I thought I saved it. Oh boy. Anyway. So I start out with the Silent Magician, Mirage Dragon. Those are the two things that I can summon right off in the mirror wall. I finally got 2 mirror walls. I'm very excited about that. But going against Angels, you know, sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. And I could have set Silent Magician and started the process on him, but if he or she, whoever it is, if they're playing Angels, then they can destroy a monster. And I didn't want to lose my Silent Magician, but at this point I can summon it because I have a choice of which one I can get rid of. So we hit him with that hot 26 total. Bring him down to 14 hondos. So here we go. She comes out with the Angels. Somebody has to take a L. Who's going to take it? So I thought she was coming out with the Kenny, but she comes out with Edelton or whatever, in defense position. So at this point, I'm kind of like quaking in my boots. I still don't remember how this turned out. I think I did something crazy in this one. So at this point, I'm just trying to protect my Silent Magician and let her level up every round, or hold out until I can get my my level up. And there it goes. But I decided to hold on to it. I don't know why. Yeah, I was afraid of the mirror wall. Because when I was playing, I got a delay and I wasn't sure exactly what that was. So he's coming out with the Kenny. Now at this point, I'm like, man, the game is over. Just quit. Dakini? Yeah, all that. We got one person watching. Hello. So we hit with the mirror wall. I had to get rid of my dragon, which was cool. So I hit it with the double mirror wall. And that was the game. L, 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 L. You can take this L. Boom, ball game. That was a thing of beauty. And see, I think we have time for one more. Let's go to, this was another Joey Wheeler from earlier. Let's go back to the Bandit Keith. Let's go back to the Bandit Keith. Man, you would think they was trying to find an opponent. I guess they had to reload it. All right, Bandit Keith versus ODION. ODION. All right, so he restarts right off the bat. So he comes out swinging. He comes out swinging with that Silent Magician, level 8. So I kind of figured that he probably has nothing else. And now his Silent Magician is in jeopardy. Totally in jeopardy. Doesn't even see it coming. Yeah, so now we just go in. Now it's just a matter of time. Matter of time. That's what it sounded like he said. And he gives up. Throws in the towel. He throws in the towel. Let's get one more. Let's see. Let's go to the one with the Paradox Brothers. We might be able to get all 5 of them in. And just for posterity, let me give you a glimpse of one of our new little emotes. Defense. I need to make an audio clip for that. Or maybe I can, I don't know. Defense. Defense. As long as we don't get tilted, we ought to be good to go. We ought to be good to go. So we're going against the Paradox Brothers. they restart. What is it with everybody that's been running restart today? I think I've came against about 10 or 15 people that played restart today. So he comes out ultra defensive. I would probably call it conservatively defensive. So I do the same thing. Just a little bit more aggressive. More like passive aggressive. So he sets another card. So at this point I'm like, okay, so you're gonna just let me get my cards in hand. Let's go. We get the level up. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? Let's go get it. So we come out with the Silent Magician level 8 to no avail, and then I just end my turn because I want to see what he's playing before I go to attacking. Okay, so now at this point I'm like, oh crap, because he's playing the card to where I take all the battle damage that he would take. So I put him on his butt. And I didn't want to play my mirror wall. So I take 28. He loses a monster. But I take 2,800. I'm thinking it's over. But I went to thinking, I said, you know what? I kind of made a misplay here. I shouldn't have done that. I should have saved that. I remember that for the next time. And I only have one, so I really should have saved it. But I figure I need to get these puppies off the field. But here he comes with the Sphere Karibo, so I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, I'll take 3. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. But then watch what he comes out with. Right over here. That doggone Amazon Swords woman. So I take 3 more. So now he thinks he's gonna just take out my I said, nah, I can't let you do that. If I have any hope of winning, I gotta keep him on the field. I hit him with the Mega 2. We trade 2 and 250. So now I'm down to 650 life points to his 38 hondos. You know what would be real dirty if I was just stop it right here? If I was just stopping to end the stream and say, hey, tune in next week. But I'm not going to do you like that. So I go in and I say, I'll take another 100. Get it off the field. And I want to keep my Silent Magician in defense so that if I take anything from this little ugly magical reflex line, it'll only be like 300. All right, so he tries some trickerations. He tries to end me. But little did he know, I had Windstorm of Atekwa. And here is where the whole thing turned around. Another 200. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. That's what I need to call this deck. But the paper can be real big. You can have like the big rolls of paper. So at this point, I'm like, I'm going in. I'm going in. Knock, knock. Is anybody home? Okay, so the only thing that saved him from taking 3,500 was that he had this wing Karibo. But he's got to top deck something crazy. But at this point, I'm like, hey man, you know, if he tops deck one of those other monsters, I'm through. I'm dumb. Oh, but guess what he did? Nani? He gives up. I think that's all of them. There's another Joey Wheeler. It's going on 5 o'clock. Let's get this Joey Wheeler, and then we'll call it a day. This is just bonus stuff. And I know I don't have all my titles right. I'm getting there. I am getting there.
It's 5 o'clock.
It is. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to leave this playing. I'm going to go mute, and you just enjoy this.
さあ行くぞ。てめえだけは俺の手でぶちのめす。で、私のターン。カードをセット。今こそいでよ。モンスターを攻撃表示で召喚。ターンエンドだ。俺のターン。ドロー。よっしゃ。モンスターを攻撃表示で召喚。カードをセット。カードをセット。バトル。行くぜ。モンスターで攻撃だ。見るがいい。リバースカードオープン。永続トラップ発動。見るがいい。ターンエンド。行くぞ。私のターン。ドロー。カードを伏せる。バトル。食らうがいい。モンスターでダイレクトアタック。まだ終わりじゃねえ。ターンエンドだ。このままじゃやべえ。俺のターン。ドロー。行くぜ。モンスターを攻撃表示で召喚。ターンエンド。奈落の底へ落ちる覚悟を決めよう。私のターン。ドロー。さあ来い。モンスターを攻撃表示で召喚。ターンエンドだ。俺はまだ負けてねえ。俺のターン。ドロー。行くぜ。モンスターを攻撃表示で召喚。カードをセット。バトルだ。よし。モンスターで攻撃。甘い。リバースカードオープン。トラップ発動。見るがいい。ターンエンド。奈落の底へ落ちる覚悟を決めよう。私のターン。ドロー。入れよ。モンスターを攻撃表示で召喚。バトル。食らうがいい。モンスターで攻撃。行くぞ。モンスターで攻撃だ。覚悟せよ。モンスターでダイレクトアタック。待ってたぜ。リバースカード速攻魔法発動。ターンエンドだ。俺はまだ負けてねえ。俺のターン。ドロー。よし。モンスターを攻撃表示で召喚。バトルだ。頼むぞ。モンスターで攻撃だ。甘い。モンスター効果発動。俺はここまでだぜ。敗者の遺言など誰も聞き入れはせぬ。